All you doing is annoying the hell out of people. It's not valuable to the customer experience. There might be some data or some back data that they twisted up to show the more contacts you have with a person, the more sales you can close. But how are you building a customer relationship long term?
I need a comma to talk. Stack it up and then I put it all in the vault. I'm limping around this bit like Red Fox, but I'm not, cause a young nigga gotta keep the gun when I walk. Look.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Comma Conversations. Comma Conversations has a dual meaning, right? Two parts. The first part is this: we embracing the duality of people's lives, right? Nobody is one thing. This world that we living in tries to put us all in a box, but we all know that we fill multiple spaces. We wear multiple hats. So you could be a business person, comma, a father. Or you could be an employee, comma, an entrepreneur. You could be a best friend, comma, a spouse, comma, a big brother, a little brother, a big sister, a little sister. Listen, we all fill multiple spaces. So number one, we embracing the commas in our lives. Number two is this: we trying to get to some money. So whether we having a guest on the show, or just chopping up game, you know, we doing what we got to do to try and put us in a position to succeed and put our families in a position to win, right? So today, as you can see, it's just me. I'm solo dolo. If you're in Philly or if you're in New York, you're probably living through this apocalypse smoke stuff the same way I am. It's a little creepy outside, but hey, we gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. So I wanted to talk about a couple things today on the podcast, right? Number one is this: social media and the social media era that we're living in right now, like many things in life, comes with a negative side. It comes with a positive side. We all know the information age, this immediate information, immediate stimulation, immediate access to see whatever we want to see. It opens up a lot of opportunities. It opens up a lot of avenues to get yourself out there, to learn, to grow. But what it also does is it opens up avenues to destabilize somebody who might already be feeling insecure about themselves. And I say that to say this, right? You might be feeling insecure about your level of income. You might be feeling insecure about your relationship status. You might be feeling insecure about the clothes you wear, the car you drive. You jump on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You see all these people flashing, living their best life, right? Showing you all of the highlights of what they have going on. And to somebody who might already be struggling with the insecurity, you look at that and it just pulls you deeper into, dang, why am I not where I want to be in my life right now? So that's a negative side of social media. So today what we're going to talk about is allowing yourself time to grow, not rushing yourself, not rushing the process that God has you going through in your life, and really investing and falling in love with your own journey, especially as people who are entrepreneurs, who are business owners, who are aspiring business owners. And, you know, the demographic of most of the people that I talk to that listen to the broadcast are like me, right? Mid to late 20s. You might be working a job still, and, you know, doing your business when you get home from work or on the weekends, and you're trying to grow yourself to a position where you have a certain level of success, but sometimes it feels like it's not coming fast enough. So what I want to do is just encourage us tonight. Can I do that? Can we encourage each other for a little bit tonight on Comma Conversations? All right. Drop a amen in the chat. We're gonna take them to church. Just drop a amen in the chat if we can just encourage each other tonight on Comma Conversations. All right. So I was looking at this Business Insider article that was written, and this specific article was talking about people who became successful in their field after the age of 40. So we just gonna highlight a couple of these people, and I do this not to compare to anybody else's journey in life, but I just want to be a counter narrative of these social media gurus who are telling you that if you're not a millionaire by 25, that, you know, what are you doing? You're wasting space. So let's jump through a couple of these, right? Vera Wang was a figure skater and a journalist before entering the fashion industry at age 40. Today, she is one of the world's premier women designers. Donald Fisher was 40 and had no experience in retail when he and his wife Doris opened up the first Gap store in San Francisco in 1969. The Gap's clothing quickly became fashionable, and today the company is one of the world's largest clothing chains. All right, who we got next? Samuel L. Jackson has been a Hollywood staple for years now, but he'd had only bit parts before landing an award-winning role at the age of 43 in Spike Lee's film Jungle Fever in 1991. Here we go. This is a good one. Kris Jenner was 52 when she met Hollywood producer Ryan Seacrest in 2007 to pitch the idea for a reality TV show following her family. And come on, y'all, we all know who Kris Jenner is. So I'm highlighting a couple of these people to say not everybody's going to reach their full potential by the time that they're 25. Right? Why would you even want to reach your full potential by the time you're 25? You got so much life left to live after that. But I just want to counter this narrative that you got to be on somebody else's time clock, right? That you got to hit your potential by a certain date and time, certain age. This is killing the mental. It's killing the mental of people in our community and people in our age bracket, specifically ambitious people. We have a place that we want to get to. We have a place we want to be. That's amazing. And keeping your goals out in front of you keep you working towards something. But it's a balance, right? If the pendulum swings so far to where you're feeling insecure about your own life, now we need to address that. We need to pull ourselves back down to reality a little bit. So I say all that to say everybody is on their own journey. Everybody is on their own path. Don't get on social media and allow social media to pull you out of your position and knock you off your pivot and say, oh, what am I doing? I'm behind schedule. I'm wasting time, and to mess with your mental health out here. Don't do that. That's a dub. So that's the first thing I wanted to talk about tonight, right? And it's not going to be a long video. It's not going to be a long episode of the podcast. I just had a couple things I wanted to get off my heart tonight. The next thing is this. I grew up with a very wise dad. My adopted dad is a very, very, very wise dude. And I don't even need to say adopted dad because that's my dad, right? Regardless of blood. But my dad is a very, very wise dude. And growing up, my dad, he still is, but growing up, I grew up in the church. My dad was a pastor. I know y'all like, man, how Caleb go from being a Christian to being Muslim? Like I said, everybody's on their own journey, right? But the things that my dad raised me with, the things that my dad instilled in me to this day, something will trigger a memory to something that my dad told me when I was a kid. This is twofold, what I'm about to say. For the business owners, also for people that you're just a, owner, operator, solo entrepreneur, even somebody that's just an employee out here and just trying to better their career. This is the game that my dad gave me, right? My dad used to say to me, don't worship the system. People build systems around what it is that they do. You cannot fall into the trap of worshiping that system. Sometimes you have to take a step back. You have to analyze what's working, what's not working, and adjust accordingly. But as people, we're creatures of habit. A lot of times we fall into, this is how I do this. This is how I've always done this. This is how I'm comfortable doing this. And then we end up worshiping the system, even if the system is not operating productively, right? Even if it's not taking us where we need to go, or it's exhausting resources, we worship the system. So don't worship the system. Whatever systems you build, and now let's take it as business owners, as people that have employees or, people under us that we're managing. You have to know when the systems that you've put in place are operating at the maximum capacity that they could be operating at, and know when those systems start to become unproductive, but the people underneath of you are just so comfortable in doing that they start worshiping the system, and it's unproductive for your business. All right, so let me give a practical example of this. Let's say you have somebody on your team that is, I don't want, I don't want to say something so obvious that somebody's gonna feel like I'm throwing a shot at them, because I was about to bring up a personal example from one of our businesses. All right, let me say this. Let's say that you have somebody on your team and they really love writing social media captions. They really love writing the captions of social media posts. They spending about 3 to 4 hours a day planning. Let's say that's a lot. Let's not say 3 to 4 hours a day. Let's say they spending 5 to 7 hours a week creating captions for your social media posts, because it's catchy, because they're doing the research on hashtags and what's trending and what's the maximum optimization that you're going to get off the searches and what people are searching on YouTube and TikTok. They spending 5 to 7 hours a week doing this. In 2023, you can spend about 30 minutes doing that same thing and chat GPT the hell out of some captions, tweak it. You feel me? Tell chat GPT what you want to write the captions about, tweak it a little bit, put your sauce on it, and in 30 minutes, you were able to accomplish the same thing that was taking one of your employees 5 to 7 hours a week to do. So in that situation, what are you going to do? You going to worship the system? Or are you going to grow and evolve? Because sometimes things change. That might not be the best return on the investment of time, of effort. So do not worship the system. Do not worship the system. You gotta, let me give another one. When you sign people up in your marketing funnel, they fill out your form. The industry, this sales marketing industry, tells you that you should try and have 10 to 14 touches or contacts with that person within the first week, right? Some people even say within the first 4 days, you're supposed to have 10 to 14 touches with that person. I think that they are worshiping the hell out of that system that does not work. That does not work. It absolutely does not work. All you're going to do is nag the hell out of people. Nobody signs up for an email form. They get called 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. And then on the 8th time that they get called, they're like, you know what? I would actually like to purchase your product now. You know what? The first 7 times I wasn't interested, but on that 8th time, I realized that you got me. No, it doesn't work. All you're doing is annoying the hell out of people. It's not valuable to the customer experience. There might be some data or some back data that they twisted up to show the more contacts you have with a person, the more sales you can close. But how are you building a customer relationship long term? Even if you are closing some of those sales, your customers, 98% of them are fucking annoyed with you. It annoyed the hell out of them. You just annoyed the hell out of your customers, potential customers. Now they're like, yo, I'm definitely not signing up for anything with that guy again, because the last time I did, it took me 2 weeks for them to get the message. I'm not interested. So with some of the sales funnels that we've used for Black American market, I think our main sales funnel for applications for our store has like 800 members in it, but we've been able to flip 800 applicants that all of them didn't even go through our process and transition into being using us for their retail space. Whatever portion, we'll say roughly 20% of them actually went through that process. We were able to convert $250,000 of revenue in 8 months with 800 people in this funnel, and converting 20% of those people into actual lasting partnerships. And when I reach out to them once, or, when the automation reaches out to them once, hey, thank you for filling in your contact information. Here's all the information that you'll need to move forward. I'm just going to send you all the information that you need. If you decide that you want to move forward with us, here's the information. Now, I may send a text, a couple days later. Hey, so-and-so, I saw your application. If you want to move forward, just let me know. One touch to the email, one touch to the phone number. And that's all. People look at their email. People look at their phone number. If they want to get up with you and holler back at you, they're going to do that. Annoying the hell out of them it's not going to do anything. So, once again, that's somewhere where people are worshiping this system, but it's not working. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. And that's just a little gem for the email marketers out here too, because annoying the hell out of people is not the way that you convert people into your system. It's not the way that you close sales. It's not the way that you build lasting relationships with your customers. Nobody likes that. Just think practically. If you wouldn't want somebody to do that to you, don't do that to your potential customers. So I hit them once in the email. This is all the information that you need to move forward. I hit them once to their phone. Hey, I'm just reaching out to see if you got my email. Once I do that, it's on them to reach back out if they want. And other than that, y'all just gonna get this monthly newsletter of things that's going on with our business, things that we feel like we're excited about, that you might be excited about. And thank you so much for supporting us and being along this journey with us, but not annoying the hell out of people. I'm not calling you 18 times, and I'm not paying a sales marketing team to call you 18 times. That's fucking crazy. Worshiping the system. Don't worship the system. That was a long, unexpected rant about email funnels. But I say all that to say, listen, don't worship the system. All right? If you want to learn more about, first and foremost, subscribe. show me some love. Subscribe to the page, man. We trying to put a lot of great content out on this the O2 Collection Media page. So subscribe, show us some love, check out some of the other content that we got on here. Also, I know I was just talking about the Black American market business, but if y'all are not acquainted with that, or if you are acquainted with that and you want to learn more about what it is that we're doing with that business right now, if you're a Black-owned business, you're looking to expand selling your products in a retail store, you can go to blackamericanmarket.net. You can find all the information of what it is that we're doing with that. Also, if you're looking to expand your media, right? Because, like I just said, we're trying to flip this narrative from high pressure sales, sell. We gotta sell everything. Oh my God, we gotta sell all this shit. To how can we build a lasting, valuable human connection with customers that actually like us, that actually want to keep coming back and buying our products or services. So we think that we've built a valuable system. It might not be the system that everybody wants to use, but we have a track record of showing how our system is actually working, right? So if you want to learn more about that, you can go to the O2 Collection. That's the02collection.com. Fill out the form. Just drop us your email. We'll get in touch with you with all the information and just see, how we can work together and elevate what it is that we're both doing. With that, I think I'm out of here, y'all. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Comma Conversations. I like it. I like it. My girlfriend thinks I'm crazy up here talking to myself in the camera, but I like it. Sometimes I like doing the episodes solo. But all right, y'all, be blessed.